Welcome to another edition of Davis Dynamics. It's been a while, things going on, bad weather, such rainy weather. Anyway, before I get started into this session about beginner golfers, um, there's a few businesses I want to thank. Ray's Supermarket, Moncure, North Carolina, the freshest meat in town. Anything that you want, uh, great barbecue sauce, great meat skins, great sausage. Hey, check them out, Moncure, North Carolina. Also, Family Farms, Avon Ferry Road. All the flowers you can look for in special occasions like Halloween pumpkins, hay rides, all that stuff. Go check them out. Family Farms, Avon Ferry Road, Holly Springs. Also, want to thank Attorney Fitzpatrick and Law in Durham, North Carolina. If you have traffic tickets or you have anything else going on, please give him a call. Either he can handle it or he'll steer you in the right direction. All right. Also, I want to thank, of course, TaylorMade Golf. Pretty much all I can say is it's new technology, the best golf clubs around. Check them out, TaylorMade Golf. All right. So, beginner golfers. I know it's a scary situation. It's a scary sport because this sport can make you or break you. And it's all mental. Any other sport is reactionary. Basketball, tennis, soccer, football. The ball is coming at you. So you just react to the situation. Golf, the ball is still. So how do we get this golf ball to move while it's sitting stationary on the ground? So, the main thing is we want to think like a kid. If I was to ask a 5-year-old to come up there or a 4-year-old to come up there and give them this golf club and say, hey, hit that ball, they can do it. Reason being is they're not thinking about results. They're not result oriented. I ask them to hit the ball, they don't really care where it's going. They just hit it. So we need, as beginner golfers, we need to start thinking that way. Don't put pressure on yourself saying how far I can hit it, which direction it goes, because the main thing we're looking at in golf is a center strike. We don't care how far you have to hold down on the club, even choke down to the steel. We don't care if you have to hold it to the end of the grip. We want to make sure that you can strike this ball solidly. All right? So I'm going to give you a few basics of how you can start golf the easy way. I know you see things on YouTube. I know you take, advice from your buddies, your golfing pals, all that stuff. But everybody's individual. Me, I'm a visual learner. So you can't just sit there and tell me. You have to show me, 2 or 3 times for me to actually try the actual movement. So this is what I do when my shot goes awry. I go back to the basics of how to play golf. So basically what I did was, and anybody can do this, you can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's, Home Depot, Lowe's, hardware, just about anywhere. These are just ground stakes for basically your driveway. As you can see, I made one into a cross, but it's not just a cross. It's this orange stick is actually pointing at an angle. It's actually pointing at an angle. If I was to hold it this way, you would think an airplane would be going straight. This is going this direction. And the other one is actually going straight. Because that's how I want my body line to actually line up. So if I was to stand here with this stick, the orange line is literally going straight. I have just flipped it around for right-handed golfers. The orange line is actually dissecting my body from the belly button all the way up to the top of my head. So the green line is going across my shoulders. It's dissecting my left shoulder to my right shoulder. So basically, this is how I want to set up to this golf ball to make it a whole lot easier to hit. Now, once again, let's not worry about the technical aspect about, is my grip right? Am I holding the club right? How hard should I swing it? The main thing is, what you want to do is we want to make sure that we're just hitting the golf ball. Don't worry about results, okay? So let's just give this one swing. I'm just going to put my hand and I'm going to stand in these slots here, okay? I'm going to stand right here, my shoulder line right here, and my dissection line through my belly button, okay? The ball is actually off my dissection line. How close, how far is up to you. It differs from people's different heights, arm lengths, everything like that. So we're just going to try to put a good hit on the golf ball. I like to get up there. Some people get up here and they don't breathe. They almost turn blue. Breathe. All right? When you take a breath and you let it exhale, you have about 4 to 5 seconds before your body starts to shake and says, hey, guess what? I need more oxygen. So just take a deep breath, blow it out, and almost on the count of 2, then you can swing, maybe 3. Depends on how long you can hold your breath. So, here we go. And not a hard hit, say about 50%. All right, take stock in what you're doing when you're hitting this golf ball, okay? Like I said, we're not worried about yardages or anything like that. We're just worried about making a good strike on this golf ball. The thing is, what gets in our way is here, mentally. We get up, we see this golf ball being by itself. We see this golf club that doesn't have a lot of loft on it. How do we hit this golf ball? Well, we see a lot of people going down. I see a lot of my students, when they get started, they swing back and then they take the club all the way around with them. Okay? They do one of these. Okay? We got to realize that the golf swing is many moving parts, but we want to reduce those many parts. I call the golf swing myself about a 4-part swing. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for me. My hips are the last thing to clear everything. Now I know some people say, hey, guess what? My hips are, the first or whatever to clear. Everybody has a different golf swing, just like a different fingerprint. So please, don't say Jay said this is permanent or this is solidified or this is a Bible, in the Bible. Everybody's different, okay? We're just all looking for the same results. So once again, I'm going to show you in slow motion how my swing is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I added a new one in there. It's 4 positions, but I added a new one because I wanted to go ahead and show you how to stand. I can stand like this all day long. I'm in balance. I don't have anything else that, can sway me. I can sway myself. I can lean over. I can lean backwards. But I'm on my toe here. So I just added that. It's usually just a 4-point swing, but I added it just so you can see the balance, the end of the swing. Now, as we start swinging, and this is going to take a while. I say 50%. As we start swinging, we'll start to see the ball go out, a little curvature. Sometimes you're going to get some that rolls across the ground. And sometimes you're going to get that one that hits and it's going to be, wow, I didn't think I could do that. Well, the one that you hit good, take a picture. I always like to tell my students and clients, when you hit a good one, stand there and watch it. Because the brain is a camera. The brain is a computer. It's going to take a picture of what you just done, taking a picture of that golf ball. Then it's going to try to replicate exactly what you just done. So 50%, you want to get back into that same position when you hit that golf ball. You want to just focus on that same shot, nothing else. Nothing else around you matters. You can be on the driving range with 50 people, 100 people, and they're talking and laughing and got people behind you. Block them out. You're out there by yourself. You're not worried about nothing else. You're not feeling the wind. You're not feeling anything. You're in your comfort zone. Your peaceful journey. Okay? So just go ahead and take a breath. Let it out. And then swing. As you can see, I'm up again, balanced. My belt line is pointing toward the target. Once again, I'm balanced again. You know, it'd be hard for somebody to, unless I really bend over, then gravity's gonna take ahead of me. I can go sideways, or I can go backwards. Okay? So after we start to learn how to strike that ball, that's when we go into the grip. So that's going to be another video about the grip, because there's different variations, 100 variations of the grip, and we're going to go into that in depth, and that's going to actually help you hit the ball straighter, or help you hit the ball in those type of curvatures like you like draw, fade, you know, power fade, you know, power draw, soft draw, all that stuff. So, and then we're going to go into how do you stand toward the ball. A lot of people stand different ways. I stand with my hips. If this was square, my hips are turned this way. That's called open. This is called close. Close to the path. Okay? Remember, this is a cross. So I'm standing closed, standing open, standing square. So let's hit one more, 50%. 50%. Now let me just throw this little. Let me extend an olive branch to you. There's two things that I've noticed with my clients and students, especially my students. Where to look at the golf ball. I've had a couple say, "Oh, look at the top of the golf ball." Negative. You don't want to look down on something. If you're trying to hit the side of a ball, why would you look down on top of it? You either need to be looking at the side or the front. Now, when I say the front, I'm talking about not the front of the golf ball. I'm talking about maybe 2 inches in front of that golf ball. Because you want to make sure, especially in golf, you want to hit down at the golf ball. Most of the time, it's easier to look at something in front of it, because remember, you're striking down on it. If I'm looking at the side of the golf ball, well, the only thing I'm looking at is to hit that golf ball. So now I'm coming at a shallow angle instead of a steep angle. Okay? So let's just try. We're going to try my method, because I don't like going back to a bad way of striking this golf ball, especially if I'm hitting it pure. So we're going to look about 2 inches in front of that golf ball. So as you can see, my left eye, if I can draw a line, my left eye, and I pull it out, it's just in front of that golf ball. Just in front of it. My right eye is just right there to the side, but I'm focusing more on my left eye, my dominant eye. And as you can hear that crunch sound. Okay, thank you for tuning in, Davis Dynamics. Like I said, there was going to be just a basic lesson on how to start golf. I've had a lot of people starting to play golf, get outside, get some exercise. But this is one of the main things that they're trying to do to try to learn how to play golf. And we're going to try to get you on the right track to start playing good golf. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Do me one favor. Go out and make somebody smile. Reason why? Doesn't cost you a thing. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.